Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. So we're going to jump straight into this video. We're going to start off by airing my dirty laundry, which is my hair. I'm going to show you guys the state that it's currently in, which is a very messy state. It is a hot mess. It is dry, it is damaged, it is very brittle at the ends, and it needs to be trimmed. If your hair is looking like this, heaps of knots, you need to cut your hair. You need to trim your hair and get rid of those ends because they are dirty, they are dry, and they are not needed. So I like to start off by spritzing my hair. Obviously with water you want to work on damp hair, not wet hair but damp hair. Wet hair becomes a bit tricky because you may end up chopping off more than you intended to because of shrinkage. So we'll be using a variety of combs. We'll be using a wide tooth comb, a tangle teaser, a Denman brush, and then a small tooth comb. I don't know what you call it. So I like to start off by obviously parting my hair into smaller sections. It's best to work in very, very small sections, smaller sections than you normally work in, because you are cutting your hair. You're not cutting paper. This is your hair. So you need to take your time. Even if it takes you an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours is better than to chop off the wrong amount and then cry for the next 6 months because you're mad at yourself. So yeah. So I like to start off with the combs and go through with my combs in the order that I told you. And then as soon as I see resistance, I'll go back to the previous comb and make sure that I've combed it well enough. I don't like to comb my hair too much. This is the only time that I will ever comb my hair this much, ever. I like to finger detangle and manipulate with my hands, but obviously for this process you will need combs. So you go in with all your combs, and then as soon as you see that there's resistance, so as you can see here where there's resistance, that's why you bring your scissors out. The scissors that I'll be using are new scissors. You can use hair shears, which are specifically made for hair. I recommend this so much. Or you can use a new pair of scissors. Don't use the random scissors that you have in your house that cut paper and everything else. You need to use a new pair of scissors because you need clean cuts so that you're not promoting more hair breakage and split ends. So as you can see, after you've cut out all the damaged ends, your comb glides through. Look how excited I am. I haven't been able to do that in a while. So after that, I go through and I twist the hair. And then as soon as you get to the end, you'll see a bit of a tapering thing happening. You want to cut off that little tail where there's a bit of a taper happening. Those are the next culprits for single strand knots. So you want to cut them off and make sure that they're gone. And then you'll be ready to go and continue with the next one. Look how cute that looks, how nice it is now. So you'll continue with the next one and you go throughout all your hair, making sure that you take your time. You don't go by force. It's not by force with natural hair, because you will break your hair in the process of doing this if you're not taking care of it and if you're not feeling your hair and listening to your hair. You need to be careful and you need to take your time. Whatnot, there are times when I really don't take care of my hair very much, like this week. And this week is the repercussion of all those knots that occurred. So instead of trying to comb through your hair and get through it, sometimes you really just need to cut them off because they will get worse. Because the damaged ends, they can promote more breakage of the hair. Instead of the hair just falling off on its own, it will fall off with the 3 other hairs that it's connected to because of a knot that's occurred.
If I told you you were, if I told you you were, if I told you you were beautiful, beautiful. If I told you you were, if I told you you were beautiful, beautiful.
because at the end of the day, those ends, especially when they're damaged, they are dead weight to you. They don't do anything, they don't promote your hair. They may add length, but it's dead length. There's no point in saying that you have that length when it's dead hair anyway. And at the end of the day, it doesn't benefit you in any way. It ruins the rest of your hair, because then it makes it difficult for you to manipulate your hair and to do hairstyles. So you want to make sure that you have one clean cut. You don't want to be making more than one cut. As you can see, when I'm cutting my hair, it's one swift cut. It's not like 3 different cuts of the same portion of hair. You want to do a clean, nice cut. I know it can be quite difficult to cut off length and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's something that needs to be done. And if you maintain your hair and you do this regularly and you trim your hair regularly, you won't have to take off massive chunks like I've had to do today because of not being able to take care of your hair properly and just being lazy. So there's a few methods that you can use for cutting your hair. You can use the spot treatment, which works if you have a few knots and a few places where there's knotting and there's dry damaged hair. So you just go through and you cut those areas off, or you cut those knots off. Then there's the dusting method, which is when you go throughout your hair. If your hair is quite damaged, you regularly cut your hair. So you do this on a regular basis, and you cut off only a little bit, but it's a small sort of cut, smaller than what I'm doing here. This I would consider a full trim, which is the last method of trimming your hair. A full trim with which you cut a large portion of your hair off. I would consider this a large portion. It's about 1 centimeter or so. So that would be the end result here. As you can see, this is all the hair that was cut off. All of it is quite damaged and knotted. It was just a hot mess. I'm quite happy with the results of my trim. I know it was for... So I hope you guys have liked this video. Make sure to leave a thumbs up if you like the video, and leave a comment down below. Turn your notification on if you want to see a video every time it's posted. And also, Merry Christmas, guys, since I won't be seeing you until after Christmas. Thank you for watching. I love you guys so much. Mwah.